The impeachment inquiry of Joe Biden has been proceeding, well, a little too slowly for my taste, but I suppose we should be grateful that it's proceeding at all. And the latest development is a somewhat heartening one, namely that Representative Comer and others have now issued subpoenas directly to members of the Biden family. So this is a kind of threshold because, it's one thing to let's bring in Devin Archer, let's bring in some of the business associates. And this new subpoena does involve a business associate, Rob Walker, who is a part of the financial network of the Bidens. But it also includes Hunter Biden and James Biden, two key figures here, because these are two of the key bagmen. Again, they don't run the racket. The racket is Joe Biden's racket. But Joe Biden makes them go collect the cash. And then the cash is funneled around through various LLCs. It ends up in the hands of one Biden family member or another. And then essentially Joe Biden gets his cut. He gets his 10% for the big guy. In addition to calling in Hunter Biden and James Biden, the House has also demanded transcribed interviews with James Biden's wife. That's Sarah Biden. Biden's daughter-in-law, her name is Hallie Biden. She's the widow of President Biden's son, Beau, and then she was later romantically involved with Hunter. Hallie Biden's older sister, Elizabeth Secundi, and Hunter Biden's wife, Melissa Cohen. Now, why are these people being called in? Well, they're being called in because they're all part of the money trail. The media hasn't been reporting a lot of this, but the truth is money has been going not just into Hunter Biden's account. It'd be one thing if he was the single funnel, but no, money goes to Frank Biden, it goes to James Biden, it goes to their wives, it goes to the in-laws, it goes to the daughters. So this is a family business of crime. It's a crime business being run by the Biden family. It's essentially a criminal operation conducted at the extended family level. And the reason that the extended family is involved is not because the family is really close, like, oh, we do everything together like a family business of running a grocery store. No, it's because that's the way to camouflage the payments. The payments go not to Joe Biden typically, they go to others, and then they funnel their way to Joe Biden. Now, frankly, for a bribery scheme to work, and this is a point that Peter Schweitzer made on the podcast just a couple of days ago, he goes, you don't have to prove that the money went to Joe Biden. It's kind of like if I'm running a bribery operation and all the money is going to like Debbie or to Danielle, so what? That's a benefit to me. So it doesn't actually matter if I get the cash myself. You don't have to prove that. So a lot of times what the left is saying in defense of Joe Biden is just a talking point. Well, you haven't shown that Joe Biden himself got the money. Well, we actually have shown that. But until recently, there were checks with Joe Biden's name on it, the left was like taking refuge in you haven't shown direct payments to Joe Biden. Well, they don't have to be direct payments to Joe Biden to constitute a bribe. Now, question becomes, can these subpoenas be avoided? Can the Biden family members go, you know what, you want us to testify, but we're not going to? Well, they can be avoided temporarily, but according to Jonathan Turley, political scientist and expert on these kinds of matters, he goes, they can't actually be avoided at all. Because in the end, he says, first of all, I'm now quoting him, the House has an obvious and legitimate interest in these interviews. It would likely prevail in any challenge in court. Moreover, he says, refusal to appear could force the hand of A.G. Garland, who has aggressively pursued Trump associates for contempt. So when Trump associates got subpoenas, I remember Bannon got a subpoena. Bannon didn't accept the subpoena. He didn't show up, and they prosecuted him. So the point being, okay, if you're going to prosecute people who are getting a House subpoena and don't show up, now the question is, why isn't Biden prosecuting the Biden family for not showing up if they're given a subpoena? So it's going to be really interesting. They're not going to want to show up because the money trail is already established. And I think what they're going to be asking these guys is simply this. You wrote a check to Joe Biden And in the memo, you said loan repayment. Where's the loan? When did Joe Biden give you this original $200,000 that you were supposedly paying back? Produce the evidence of it. Did you sign an IOU in which, for example, he gave you the money, you agreed to pay it back either for no interest or a small amount of interest? Where's that document? And if there's no such document, and if there's no money trail, then there wasn't an original loan. And if there wasn't an original loan, then there's no repayment of the non-loan. And the money was obviously being given to Joe Biden for some other reason. Well, what other reason? Except this is bribery money. We've been collecting it as a family, but obviously you want your share, and here it is. And we're disguising that by writing a misleadingly loan payment. So if the check ever surfaces, we can pretend it was the repayment of a loan, but there was no such loan. So all of this is now going center stage. And I am glad that they are pursuing it with a kind of dogged determination. It may be a little too slow for my taste, but I am impressed with the clarity and thoroughness with which they're moving forward. I had Dr. Kirk Elliott on my podcast, about a week ago. I hope that you enjoyed his insights into the global as well as the U.S. economy. During times of economic uncertainty and upheaval, it's crucial to have a reliable source of financial guidance and insight. That's where Dr. Kirk Elliott, PhD, and his esteemed wealth management advisory firm come into play. Dr. Elliott has distinguished himself with 2 PhDs in economics and theology. He's built a reputation in expert financial solutions tailored to your unique needs. His firm specializes in wealth management, offering a comprehensive array of services to protect and grow your assets in an ever-changing world. In an environment that's economically volatile, shifting political landscape, finding a trusted partner during these times is essential. Dr. Elliott's firm employs cutting-edge strategies and an understanding of the markets to guide you toward financial success. So go to KirkElliottPhD.com. That's Elliott with 2 L's and 2 T's. KirkElliottPhD.com/Dinesh. Book an appointment. They'll walk you through their process about investing. That's KirkElliottPhD.com/Dinesh. Or you can call or text. Here's the number, 720-605-3900. Again, it's 720-605-3900.